you come in. Come on, please, enter. I haven't had a visitor in so long. Such pretty flowers. What's that you say? Erotic bedtime stories? Why, I never. Maybe in the West Wing. Oh, it seems you beat me through the tunnels. Ha 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 ha. Ah. 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 Oh, yes. World literature. Allow me to set the mood. You took that well, he said gently. Something within Pansy jolted, but outwardly she merely continued to stare silently into his eyes. His other hand began moving lightly over her blazing haunches. She couldn't contain a slight moan when he touched the tender flesh. Jack caressed her bottom thoughtfully, moving his fingers tentatively over the rising welts in her flesh. Very leisurely, he let his fingers roam all around the area, and eventually he slipped a finger between the two round mounds of her buttocks, sliding it up and down along her crack. He slowly continued guiding his finger up and down, extending the span with every stroke, until at last he reached her labia lips and pressed a few fingers into their silky folds. His fingers slipped in easily, and Jack thrust them in and out brusquely, reveling in her soaking wetness and accentuating the slopping sounds to add emphasis to his next remark. "You see," he asked, "how much you wanted that?" Pansy simply stared up at him. She felt as if she was drugged. Her flesh ached more acutely where he fingered her playfully than where the swollen welt still raged. She felt a slight tugging in the back of her head where he still held her by the hair. "Do you see that, Pansy?" he asked her again. She could not speak through the fancies in her mouth, the pain of the lashing subsiding into an achingly hot tenderness that pulled at her womb and spread warmth throughout her lower body. Slowly she nodded. This simple admission caused her swollen sex glands to contract. Jack felt the contraction within his fingers. "You're really a very good girl," he said huskily, causing more of the little contractions and making her engorged sex sting. Jack's fingers moving in and out of her only managed to tantalize, not to satisfy. "We can make your punishment one step further, Pansy," he murmured. Her eyes were still fixed on his, and they widened slightly when she heard his words. "This time, it's up to you," he assured her quickly. Her eyes bored into his. "I know your bottom hurts," he continued. "I can see that it hurts, because it's so red and hot and swollen." Again he caressed her burning flesh. "But in order to get the full amount of pleasure, to get what you need from it, Pansy, you have to want it. You have to want it so much you'll beg for it." Pansy closed her eyes when she heard this. She dreaded what she was about to do, even though she had no doubt that she would do it. How could she stop this now? Wasn't she already there, naked on her hands and knees, getting carpet burn on a dirty hotel room floor, with a virtual stranger, having already given him more of herself than she had ever shared with her husband? The most difficult part, the part which he'd agreed to come here with Jack in the first place, was over and done. To stop now would be to go home with all the guilt and none of the satisfaction. She could do no less than to see it through the end. And that, boys and girls, is once again where we end. I bid you adieu. Are you still here? Let me show you out. I was just on my way to visit the president. He's asking for more money. I suppose I'll bail out the country again. It's my duty. Hello, Alfred.
Good evening, sir. Which car will you be taking this fine night?
Open the closet. Perhaps I'll take the Porsche.
Oh, fine choice, sir.
Reach for it. Very well.
Oh, let me get you go for you, sir.
Thank you, Alfred. My people will see you out. You can take them out.